Hi, welcome to Mommy's Academy. In this video, I'll be teaching you functions of a function, which is the differentiation using chain rule or chain rule using to solve differentiation. Now, how does function of a function works, or how can chain rule be used to solve differentiation? Supposing we know that y is a function of u and u itself is a function of x, then we say that the derivative of y, which is the y dx, is equal to the y du multiplied by du dx. So this is what chain is saying. The y dx is equals to the y du multiplied by du dx. So this is chain rule. This is because y is a function of u and u itself is a function of x. So we're going to differentiate them differently, then multiply whatever result that we get from each together to get the y ds. Let's take an example. Example number 1 says that we should find the derivative of y equals to 3x squared minus 2 raised to the power of 3. 3x squared minus 2 raised to the power of 3. So let's get into the solution of this problem. How do we use chain rule to solve this? So let's say u is equal to 3x squared minus 2. Then the y will be equal to what? Y will be u raised to the power of 3. Remember that the entire u is 3x squared minus 2. So y will be equals to u raised to the power of 3. So remember, the y dx is equals to the y du multiplied by du dx. So let's differentiate the y du. So the y du is this. So this is our y. So the y du is equal to, use your simple formula. If you haven't watched our previous videos, please go and watch to know how to use the simple formula. This is just by taking the superscript to multiply the entire u raised to the power of 3, then you subtract 1 from that 3. So this is the y du. 3 multiplied by u, 3 minus 1 is 2, and that is equals to 3u squared. So this is our dy du. Now what about du dx? Now du dx is equals to, we need to differentiate 3x squared minus 2, right? So this will become 2 multiplying 3x squared minus 1, then minus, already you know that if you differentiate any number that is not having the variable x is 0, so everything here is 0. If you differentiate 2 gives you 0. So what am I going to have from here? 2 times 3 give me 6, so I'll have 6x. Then I have 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 will give me 1. 1 is the power of 1 minus 0. So the final answer is just 6x. So my du dx is equals to 6x, and my dy du is equals to 3u squared. So I'm now going to join them together by saying dy dx, which is equals to the y du multiplying du dx. So my dy du was 3u squared, so I'll put 3u squared multiplied by my du dx is equals to 6x. So you can expatiate this by saying 3 times 6, that gives you 18, then x u squared. So you can elaborate this u to know the value. So that will give us 18x. Our u is equal to what now? Remember that our u is 3x squared minus 2. 3x squared minus 2. So you can put it, open bracket, 3x squared minus 2. So you can open the bracket. So remember what we have was 18x open bracket 3x squared minus 2, then all raised to power of 2. So this is 18x, open bracket 3x squared minus 2 multiplied by another 3x squared minus 2. So if you like, you have your 18x, 3x squared multiplied by 3x squared, that will be 9x raised to the power of 4 minus 6x squared minus 6x squared plus 4. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 gives plus 4. So I have 18x, 9x raised to the power of 4 minus 6x squared minus 6x squared gives minus 12x squared plus 4. Don't forget that this is multiplying everything, so you may leave your answer in this form. In fact, you can leave your answer here, but just for explanation sake, you can leave your answer at this point. So this is the y dx of the value given to us in the question, which is 3x squared minus 2 all raised to power of 3. Let's take another example to see how we can simply use chain rule to solve differentiation. So example number 2. Example number 2 says, find the derivative of y when y is equals to 2x raised to power of 4. So let's get into the solution. So remember that the y dx, so the dx of y is equals to dy all over du multiplied by du